a pastor came, and the pastor told me he wants to do special prayer for me. He opened the curtain in his office and brought a small phone, and he slept with me. The picture of his wife was on the table. 2017. I was not a prophetess. That evening he was standing on the altar. I was in the chair looking at him. I say, Pastor, make I see how this pastor want to preach today. He said, special deliverance prayer. To my utmost surprise, pastor was preaching, pastor was praying, pastor was jumping up and jumping down, pastor was laying hand on the head of people. A pastor came. See, this thing where we they talk, I hope you know it's possible to preach about a sin you are guilty of. Judgment will start in the house of the Lord. He's not begging us, so he's already God by himself, and we are the one that is fighting to come up to his standard. Else we are the one that fire will still burn. See, let judgment start inside the house of God. I watch videos, one of God, when they catch some kidnappers and take them to their house, their wife is shouting, is it my husband or somebody else? Because even the wife cannot believe that the husband she's living with is a kidnapper that kill and take money from people. That's how much people can conceal their evil. Judge yourself before who God judges you.
Did you listen to that? Very good. Pastor, this one, she's a prophet, and that one is a pastor. She went for counseling. Then pastor took advantage of her because she was looking for testimony, breakthrough, deliverance, isn't it? That same Bible the pastor is carrying. The Bible said in the book of Exodus 2:21, right? Says, you teach others not to steal. Do you steal? Now the pastor, you teach others not to steal, but you are found guilty of it. Are you found guilty of it? But this pastor, now let's say he's guilty of it. You teach others not to sin, not to commit adultery. Are you guilty of it? Let's say this pastor is guilty of it. The same Bible that says Exodus 20:14 says you should not commit adultery. Bible explicitly condemned adultery, splitting with other than your spouse. Bible explicitly condemned it, but this pastor is found guilty of it. Go and read the book of Exodus 20:14 downward. Right? Thou shalt not sin, thou shalt not commit adultery, thou shalt not do this, thou shalt not do that. But this pastor is doing all of those things. Somebody that's supposed to be, that should be a role model to others. So what are you teaching your followers? And the woman even said that same day, after the pastor took advantage of her, that same day she was waiting what the pastors would do, what the pastors would preach. He came to that same altar, stand before the congregation and still prophesying, laying hands on members, prophesying. What kind of deliverance or prayers is that? That kind of prayer, God forbid, is not answered. Rather than laying curses upon anybody who he lays hand upon. Do you understand? That's a problem. A lot of people are going through a lot today, facing one problems to other. They don't even know the problem is coming from their pastors. Pastor, do you understand? Almost all of them, they are like that. You have in your church, in your office, you have not just your office, you have mattress in your office, where if you are tired, understand, when you are tired, you can decide to relax, you sleep there. It's understandable. At the same time, the bed, the mattress also served you as in bed to knock. It serves two purposes, not just for you to relax when you're tired, it's also for you to knock others, ladies who came for deliverance or for counseling. You see, serving different purposes, isn't it? And then a pastor, what are you teaching your members when you come and say something about these men of God? You are just calling them men of God face to face because they say they are pastor. What they are doing off the camera is worse than what you, that is not a pastor, what you cannot imagine yourself doing. Those pastors are doing it. They're doing it. This is it. Bible clearly stated. Bible clearly stated there. But today, all we see is, this woman, she have out too, because now she's a prophet. She said then she was not a prophet. So she was looking for deliverance, healing, somebody to mentor her so that she'll become what she wanted to become. But pastor took advantage of her in the church. And that's a pastor. She's married. The pastor's married though then. Would his wife get to know about that? No. Even if you told his wife, he's not going to believe you. And the next thing is, do not judge them. Are they not men of God? They are men of God. Now you are telling me to do this. You should show me reasons to do it, isn't it? You should do it. Be an example to others. You're a role model to your followers, right? That's why then I'll see a lot of people, a lot of pastors or ministers, their children. When you come into that church, you are in church, you're a pastor, you're a minister, you pray, preaching about deliverance, holiness, repentance, preaching about sins, preaching about adultery, preaching about fornications and all of those things. But outside the church, I see a lot of them even till today. I see a lot of them, their children are not what you think their children should be. Don't get me wrong, every pastors have good and bad side of their children. You cannot force all of them to be pastors to be, but at least that discipline should be there. You should know that this person is from a decent home, this person is from a home, a pastor should be this person is from a family who actually serve God, a pastors for that matter. But you see, their children, they are not representing what their father is preaching, their mother is preaching in church. But we are not to judge them, but that's how it should be. But today it's opposite. Or this one now, a pastor, he's married, but in office, he used his office as a hotel, as a guest house. It's not just for counseling, it's also for knocking victims. Those one, we call them, those one are the victims of their false doctrine. Those people they took advantage of, they are the victims of their false doctrine. That's it. But anyways, this is not to discourage you, but now thank God is coming from a prophet who it happens to. That is it. But now she has said have her for, but you will listening to. I seen some of her videos, what she said, what she has been, her past. When she talked about her past, she used to be this, she used to be that, she used to do. Yes, all things are passed away, isn't it? She too, she's guilty of it. She's guilty of it. Why do you allow him to take advantage of you? Because she thought one pastor did that, then all problems solved. What she was looking for at that time, probably she was desperate about it. When pastor did that, then the problem will be solved. She will be delivered, or the breakthrough testimonies will start coming in at that time, not knowing that it was just nonsense. Pastor were just looking for who to bench. That's it. Anyways, what do you think? Please share this video. This is what is happening behind you. You don't know. So next time when somebody talk about these people, if you want to comment, just comment, send message to the pastor, or just advise the pastor. Some of this video, those pastors are saying, look at the message. Don't insult the person. Don't insult, for example, me or any other person who is talking about these people. Do you understand? So see what is wrong in what the person did. Don't attack the messenger. See the message. See the bad and the good side of the message, not the messenger. Please share this video.